Welcome to the Frisco podcast. I'm your host, Scott Ellis, and on this episode, we are joined by Karen White, the owner of Oasis Accents. Karen, welcome to the show.
Scott, thank you for having me. It's a pleasure to be here.
Yeah, we've been planning on doing this for a while, so I'm glad we were able to make it happen. You are the owner of Oasis Accents.
Yes. Located
in the shops at Starwood. How long have you guys been there?
We just reached our 1-year anniversary
congratulations.
On March 10th, and actually just had a celebration this past Saturday.
Very good. Yeah, the 1-year anniversary is a big deal for any small business, so
for sure.
We're glad you made it over that hump.
Thank you.
And how did you get into this business? What is your background? Have you always been in interior design and decorating and things of that nature?
Actually, it's a great question. I haven't always been in interior design. I spent pretty much all of my career in corporate America for about 25 years as a human resources executive. So I've worked with companies like Quaker Oats, Frito-Lay, Yum Brands International, which is the company that brought me to Dallas. But I've always had a passion for interior design. Probably for the last 30 years or so, I've decorated my homes, flipped homes, rehab, done my friends and families. So, a couple of years ago, I started going through this reflective period where I started thinking to myself, what do I want to do for the rest of my journey? So I decided to make a career change and follow my passion for interior design.
Well, good for you. That's a big, brave move. Leaving corporate America and hanging out your own shingle is it's very exciting, but it's often stressful and challenging in different ways.
You name it. I faced it, but I wouldn't do anything different.
I'm with you on
been
that.
The best experience.
How was that transition for you?
It was exciting and nerve-wracking at the same time. I have had a vision of what I wanted to accomplish, and then, of course, obstacles and challenges are thrown along the way, and it's just a matter of how you overcome them. So, but again, to get to this point when I didn't have that background is just thrilling to me. I'm probably the happiest I've been in my entire career.
Well, and I'm sure that shows in your passion for what you're doing and the success that you guys are having right now. Talk to us a little bit about the types of things that people are going to find when they come into Oasis Accents.
Sure. Well, Oasis Accents is a niche boutique, and we specialize in contemporary, modern, as well as transitional home decor.
Okay.
So, and one of the reasons I wanted to focus on those three areas is, one, because a lot of the stores that we tend to find in Frisco, Collin County tend to be a little more traditional. And the trend has really moved with all of the influx of folks moving into Frisco, Collin County. The trend has moved towards more contemporary.
Yeah, I definitely see that in the evolution of design, and I only get exposure to it through my wife, and I can see why you and Wendy hit it off. She loves this stuff. She is always flipping through magazines, finding things, and to her credit, she can see things that I could never imagine. When we've changed our decor a little bit when we moved, but we had these different colors of pillows and things that she had thrown together, and I thought there's just no way that's going to work, and yet she has the eye to pull that stuff together and make it look really good, to where it has a very warm, comfortable feeling, but it still has a modern flair. And so through just watching her and the things that attract her, I've noticed that shift towards a lot more contemporary design in homes, and even in things like, a lot of us have granite countertops, but now you're seeing more quartz.
A lot more quartz.
And things of that nature, and a lot more grays and kind of those
gray and
neutral
greige
colors.
is extremely hot right now.
Yeah.
Tons of blue. Had a customer come in one day and said, "Oh, this is the blue store." So, blue is really hot, right? Any color, any shade of blue. But then the big thing right now is popping with color.
Yeah.
So if you love that color, go for what you love and use it to, spruce up your decor.
But is it use it, don't abuse it?
less is more.
Right.
Less is more, certainly. So, I like very clean and elegant and not overdone designs. But at the end of the day, it's about what the customer wants and how they like to decorate. But you tend to see the transition away from the heavy, old world, dark woods, put an accessory every so many inches on the counter.
Right.
That is kind of out the door now, and it's a lot more fresh and airy and clean.
Which is refreshing.
Yeah, it is.
I definitely like
really
a lot.
Is.
And on that front, we reshared a picture of yours on Instagram. By the way, just for anybody that's listening, what is the Instagram account for Oasis Accents?
It is Oasis_Accents.
Okay, go follow them on Instagram. It's obviously a very visual medium. You have lots of beautiful pictures on there. But I think we shared one of these too. I don't know if they were vases or not, but they were kind of blue, and at the top they had the white. You know what I'm talking about? It was like a textured area at the top, and I can pull it up and we can look at it. I don't know, but I was the one that reshared that. That wasn't even Wendy. I saw those and I thought, wow, those are just amazing. I've got to share that out
We
to
do
the
have
world.
some popular blue vases, but they don't have white on the top. So I'm trying to figure out which one you're talking about.
Well, I'll tell you what, we're going to find it, and we'll come back to that in a little bit, but I'll also make sure I link this up in the show notes so people can go find out what we're talking
great.
about. So you talked about transitional as one of the types of decor. What is that?
Transitional is really the happy medium between traditional and contemporary. So in Frisco, again, we have a lot of homes that are traditional. And customers feel like it's a significant leap to go to transition and to change all of their decor to go to more of a contemporary design. So transitional is kind of like the middle ground, where you can infuse some neutral pieces to freshen up your traditional decor, but not make the full leap to contemporary.
Okay, so if you've got the traditional, the dark woods, the heavy furniture, and you would like to start moving to a lighter, airy look, but you don't want to have to just redo your house from top to bottom, then we could come in, visit with you, and get some ideas and find some things that might help us begin to make that transition.
And I had a customer recently, beautiful traditional home, old world home, and we went through a couple of simple exercises. Again, she had lots of accessories and tons of picture frames everywhere. Every surface was covered. So we went through the exercise. Okay, what do you absolutely love in this room? We put it on the island. What could you put away for a little while or possibly donate? We put it in another direction. So with that exercise, we were able to truly declutter her family room, kitchen, and dining area to create more of that clean look and feel that I talked about. And then she found a gorgeous piece of art at Oasis Accents, which was a little more contemporary and transitional in nature. We took down the heavy art, wood framed art, when we put that up in the dining room. And it was just amazing, the transition that was made without doing a lot of work. So I always tell people it's not necessary to overhaul your house, your home, but really find those pieces that you absolutely love, repurpose them in a different way in your home, and then maybe use an inspirational or statement piece to make that wow, to make that pop happen.
Okay, so my next question, I think you've kind of already answered this, but I want it to be clear to our audience. Are you for hire as well for doing this kind of interior
Absolutely.
design?
I offer a 1-hour complimentary consultation, and just to get a sense for what the customer would like to do in their home, and then we take it from there. And then I'm basically hired on an hourly basis. I have a customer right now, a lovely couple with Toyota. Just moved down here about a year ago. They have all the furniture, they have all the bones, but they need the accessories to make their home more inviting and warm and cozy. So I'm going through and accessorizing their family space.
Oh, very good.
Yeah.
And we welcome them to Frisco as well.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is the picture, by the way. This is what I was talking
Oh,
about.
okay.
What are these
You,
things?
you said they were blue. They're actually
They kind of look bluish in the picture.
they're green blue.
Okay.
That is a gorgeous new vase that we just got. I would call it a transitional piece because you could put it in any environment.
So I'm going to just, in case anybody's trying to look at this on video, we'll let them see it for a second. But yeah, no, go ahead and describe
Yeah,
this.
and it's I see more emerald green, but there's some blue in there, and it's got a soft gold metallic ridged on the top, and the top actually comes off. So you could display it exactly as you see it there, or you could take the top off and put some, flowers or
The texture at the top is interesting, though, too.
yeah.
I don't even know how to describe that, but it's kind of like little scalloped areas all around.
It's a beautiful,
Yeah, those are
beautiful
gorgeous. Anyways,
piece. And that's one of the premises of Oasis Accents. We like to show beautiful home decor that you probably won't find elsewhere. I mean, we like to think of it as, just very unique, one-of-a-kind pieces. When I go to market to shop, I use a philosophy. It's love it or like it. So if I like it, I don't buy it. If my sales associate says, I like it, I'm like, well, do you love it? No, we don't buy it. Because if we love what we buy for the store, chances are the customer that comes in will absolutely fall in love with it as well. So that's how we, make sure that we stay very fresh and unique and different from other retailers out there.
I love that take on it, that philosophy of, if we love it, bring it on. If not, if it's anything less than that, it's not for us.
Yeah, yeah.
Is there any advice you would give somebody that's maybe at the beginning of the process, thinking about wanting to do some redecorating, doesn't know where to start? Obviously, they should call you.
Yes.
But beyond that, if I'm just looking around my house trying to figure out what to do, are there any good recommendations you have for people to begin that process?
Yeah, I would start out with your to-do list and what your high priority areas are. I built a house 12 years ago, and it was a pretty big house, and it can get really overwhelming if you look at all the spaces that you want to decorate in the home. So take your time. Rome wasn't built in a day, to use that cliche. However, start with, the areas where you're going to spend the most time, the family room, the kitchen, and look for inspirational pieces. That's also a key for me, because that piece of art, that spectacular piece of art, or that funky rug or carpet, that's going to help you fill the rest of the room. So I would say start small, start with, specific area of your home, and, take it from there. And don't try to do everything at the same time, because you'll just burn out and get overwhelmed.
Yeah, it can be overwhelming.
Yeah.
I like this, though, because I'm a big fan of creating your space.
Mm-hmm.
With Lifestyle Frisco and other businesses I'm involved in, everything is virtual. So I spend a tremendous amount of time in my office at home.
Mm-hmm.
And so that has to be a space that is comfortable for me. It helps me get creative, but it also allows me to focus when I have more, focused requirement tasks, things of that nature. And at the same time, when I'm out of my office, I want to go into the rest of the house and not feel like I'm at work. Right? The danger of working from home is that you're always working, and everything makes you feel like you should be
I've been there,
working.
done that. Yeah.
So, I mean, you take this opportunity to kind of redecorate, create that space, make it whatever you really want it to be, whatever purpose it
And
should
you've
serve.
got, again, you have to love that space, and it has to inspire you for what you do.
Okay, so you guys are located in the shops at Starwood, and you're right on the south wing of that.
Yeah, southwest corner of Dallas Parkway and Lebanon.
So kind of between between Up Kitchen and True Fire in that little stretch.
Yeah, Bonnie Ruth is in that complex. Smashburger, we're 2 doors down from Smashburger, right next to Up Kitchen, and then we've got Bottled and Bond on the right side of us.
Yeah, so you guys should be very easy to find. Come on in. What are your hours?
Our hours are 10 to 6, Tuesday through Saturday. So we're closed on Sunday and Monday.
Okay. But if I remember correctly, you do some by appointment stuff too, right? If somebody wants to come in.
Oh, yeah, certainly. I've opened the store for, I have a woman. She's got a son who plays hockey out of town. I've opened the store when he's in town, and always willing to do appointments if the typical business hours don't work out for someone.
Very good. And what's the best way for people to find Oasis Accents online?
Well, you can find us at oasishomeaccents.com.
Okay.
And we also have a presence on Google as well as Yelp. And Facebook and Instagram, so there's lots of ways to access us. We do have a pretty robust website which is run by Shopify. So if you want to go online and check out what we offer and then come in the store, or if you're out of town, I have a lot of folks that are out of town that buy through our website. You can also access our website from our Facebook site as well.
Okay. That was going to be my question: is if you had e-commerce on the site and people can come kind of browse the store online. So if they're first learning about you, if they're looking you up online, they can easily kind of shop around and get a sense for the types of things that you have.
Exactly. And we have a lot of people that do that because home decor is one of those items that people want to touch and feel, especially if they're making a big investment in art or furniture. So it's definitely encourage them to check us out online and then come in the store, and we're happy to help you out.
Very good. And how long have you personally been in Frisco?
I have been in Frisco for 12 years now.
Okay, so when you built the house is when you moved to Frisco.
Yes, and I was still in corporate America, yeah.
And so that would have been, 2006?
Yes.
So you've gotten to watch a lot of this growth happen over the last 12 years.
Absolutely.
Has anything popped up that is a favorite of yours, something you love to do around Frisco, someplace you love to go?
Well, I mean, one of the things that I love about Frisco is that it's a small town feel with kind of a big city accessibility. So of course, shopping is important. both home decor as well as fashion, fine dining. I think some of the restaurants, especially some of the new ones that are being built, are just absolutely delicious. And then I love the opportunity to experience the arts, to go to museums. So it's a quaint city, but you have so much opportunity to do things that you'd find in a bigger city.
Yeah, Frisco's doing a very good job of that. So speaking of restaurants, do you like Italian food?
I love Italian.
Who doesn't like Italian food, right?
I actually was at True Fire Saturday night and had spaghetti and meatballs, my favorite at True Fire.
And True Fire's been there a long time.
Yeah.
That's a restaurant that has been a staple in Frisco for a long time, and I love their food. I always talk about their True Mac, which is, maybe once a year because it's just addictive, and
mac and cheese
and meat, and it's just, it's so good. But I can't eat it too often. But there's also a new place that just opened up at the Star called DeMario.
I've heard of DeMario. I have to check it out. Yeah.
Really, really good.
Yeah.
So definitely go, if you like Italian food, go check that one out as well.
Great.
Well, Karen, thank you very much. We want to continue to wish you all the success, hopefully many more years. Congrats on the first year anniversary, but many more years in business. And I want to encourage you guys, go out and follow them on Instagram. Find their website, shop around. It's, again, obviously a very visual medium, but so many beautiful things. And that's coming from somebody that's not really design-minded when it comes to interior decor. But as soon as I started flipping through Instagram, I couldn't stop. There's just so many unique and interesting things. So if you're looking for things outside of the norm or things to help you transition from whatever your decor is now to something a little bit more contemporary or a little different than what you have, Oasis Accents is the place to go. They're there in the shops at Starwood. Karen, thanks again for joining us today.
Thank you, Scott. My pleasure.
And thanks to all of you for listening to the Frisco Podcast. We will talk to you next time.
listening to RMCN, the digital destination for premium talk radio.